Hello and welcome traders at this Bitcoin technical and order flow analysis video. So we have US elections, they are already happening and we have like 12 to 24 hours before we know the final results, unless there is some contest. Also in today's video, it's going to be very hard for me to predict who will win the election or what will be the scenario. It's like coin flip, yeah? But today's video is useful when you are already in existing positions, so you can see what is Bitcoin trying to do and what can be the specific scenarios if one of the candidates win. I'll be also showing you why I got long into here, also here, like this whole area I gave to the group down to 66,900 I told is going to be medium time frame support once we've complete the pullback from a swing short area. When I turned on the trade areas, you know we are still in swing short, but I'm also taking profits on the way to the downside, especially as these news events is here. I cannot let market to take my profits away from table, so I took multiple take profits on the way to the downside, yes? Same way to the upside. When I woke up, I was taking profit also on this recent pump around 70,000, yes? You need to be, if you are in positions, ideally you are in both short from much higher or from here and long from the major support area I outlined for you. You should have alerts. A lot of our traders took these longs in these areas. So you can be in both positions and either scenario plays out, you will have exposure, yes? So in terms of US politics, it's very simple. There could be, so you can have like for example, Trump is winning and then he also is sweeping Congress, so it's like double victory. He will have full power and control. So you have like 4 scenarios, yes? For me, it's very hard to say when, like one thing I think is pretty probable is when Trump wins, either like just without Congress or it's gonna be full sweep. I think it's going to be very positive for Bitcoin because he was doing positive remarks on crypto and Bitcoin. So I think market, even this pump to the upside was also done from the headwinds of the Trump winning, because the polls were suggesting he's gonna win easy, but it's not that easy, yes. So I think market will be returning back beyond this high, very likely into this range and to the all-time highs. It could actually be very abrupt candling for the all-time high, so be ready for massive volatility. I think this is what is market waiting for. And the pullback here was expected. The news or not, this was our big take profit area on all longs, and also the pullback happening was, if you watch my previous YouTube video, everything is there. I literally predict this is going to be the pullback. We have open interest to destroy and so on. So I nailed all these predictions. In terms of if Kamala wins, I think it's going to be really good for the equities, which means it can be maybe knee-jerk reaction down first on crypto. So more people who were betting just on Trump winning will be closing positions, but in the end, Bitcoin will return back to equity correlations and we can continue to the upside. So actually, both candidates are pretty good for Bitcoin, in my opinion, but altcoins, they still don't have clarity on the loss. So I think maybe altcoins will continue to suffer and Bitcoin dominance will be dominating. In case of Trump winning, I think altcoins can outperform Bitcoin and maybe we will see first pullback in the dominance on the Bitcoin chart, yes? We can go over that dominant chart at the end of the video. I have really good template, so I can see everything what is happening here. So in today's video, we can really start with my trading since the pumps, I mean, especially from this moment because this was the weekend. So I will show you weekend long. Then this area of the support, what was my thinking, why it's gonna hold as it held for the intraday bounce, very nice. He's already pushing how much? Look at that, 5%, that's beautifully juicy. And remember one thing, traders, when you are in a downtrend for multiple days in a row, and you have news event coming, it's also very likely some of the traders will take profit out of that downtrend. So this is also reason why we pump today. Yes, it's also market is pricing in maybe Trump's victory, but is also taking profit ahead of the risk event. Okay, this is still old as markets themselves. Yes, when you are trending, you come to the news event, you just take profit, at least partial. Okay. So let's start with my trades. I'll be turning on this 15-minute time frame. So you see I've got really juicy long over the weekend. This trade was covered in the group. I don't think we need to go over that. I can go over this bigger area. So today is already, oh, it's okay, it's 5th. And I was already like 2 days ago giving traders, look at that post, yeah? So I said 67,600 down to 67,000 is large support area outlined when we were much higher. So first bounce here is not a surprise. So this was the weekend long. I actually was engaging the market with the limits. I was not home, so with limit orders you use smaller leverage, use wider stop loss, so you let market breathe. If I would have like $100 stop loss, I would be immediately take out on my limit. You just need to let market breathe because you are not in front of the computer. And remember, limit trading is the pinnacle of trading. It took me years to master. Yeah, so it's not that easy, and I prefer still market trading instead of my limits, because also I can have a higher leverage. So this trade here was not a surprise from statistical perspective. Look at that, we touched 67,600, immediate push to the upside, and then we took it for the swing failure pattern. You've got another trade. I also took it as well. It's not marked here, but it was more like a scalp, because you see I earned only for take profit one. I earned for the stop loss. Market went beyond my entry, but I still got exposure. I just used wider stop loss because I knew there is support area stretching down to 66,700. I will be showing you from technical analysis why. Look at that. So we actually got multiple trades out of the area. Like I milked this area so much. Yes, we need to go. I just want to show you 66,900. This was final post from me. So I do not doubt a lot of our traders got positioned very easily there. So it's over here, 66,900s. I need to go to this one. Yes, this was more recent post. So this is now, so we were taking a second trade out of the area. Yes, and then I was telling you, this is now second trade out of the main support area. One more expected in the future from 67,100 to 66,900. This is another reason why 50 to 60% take profit one needs to be done. Let me show you why this was the support area. So we need to go into the main templates over here. So you know from previous week, if you wanted to have bullish continuation and you wanted to protect all these three lows and liquidity beyond, you were looking for market to find stability inside the previous week naked box, both from TPO and volume, and also high volume node was over here. You see it's a bit wider region. So you see they were taken out. We went a bit down, but it was perfectly fine because we've got the 2 weeks val here supporting market. You see how we combine AMT together with the volume profiles and stuff like that. You can also see if you merge these 2 weeks together, you are also getting this much larger. Like look at that. So high volume node is ending where the main low was. So you always view areas not as exact areas, but you also view it as a like wider area. Okay. So you can interact with it. Look at that from AMT perspective, why it was such an important area for the bounce. Why you are in the long side if you are in our group. My guidance was very clear. You can see it over here. Yes. So this was our prior 2 weeks range. Okay. First we've got range. First we've got this point of control reaction and high volume node for the first weekend long, and then you can see what market was about. I knew once we lose this low without swing failure pattern, I gave traders instructions to watch 2 weeks val into the 2-day val. So again, another support area. I will not be expecting lower prices if this box is still holding. Yes, I can show you, I think. So you see the full transparency. By the way, look at that. So when I was taking weekend long, I took nice profit on the CME close. This was large deviation. Bitcoin was just playing around. Let me go down if I can find the post. Maybe I will do it like this. 2 weeks val. Over here, here we are, simplicity, yes, we are, like I can use any Orderflow tool into the very deep detail, but of course, there is still simplicity in technical analysis views. We don't overcomplicate things. And I said over here very clearly, I will be looking at 2 weeks val and local val for another trade, lose that region, and we will open road below 65,500. So you always need to understand what are the green and red flags or red lights for your trades to expect lower or higher. This was still marked support, even if you lost 66,900 briefly, you still got this, so it was even larger like box. Okay, so I'm currently in long. Remaining side is not that large, so let me return back into my trades. I can tell you I'm fully hedged currently, so actually I'm more on the long side still, but you see I was taking nice profit here before I went to sleep because my sleep routine is still a bit mystery. So I took profit into 70k. I have 30% remaining position on the long side. I literally, you know, I know there will be time when dust settles to build positions. So I'm keeping 30% exposure after 70% TP was taken, and on the short side I'm also 30% on the short side, I think still. So it's pretty much simple. I am in hedge. I will let market decide. If I see Trump victory, for example, I will be very likely closing this short fully and adding to the current long side. So I'll be making my stop loss wider, but also exposure to the upside will be wider. So we will see how this plays out. It's best to be positioned both ways, and then you can profit on it. Now we can really start with the technical analysis, and then we will move into order flow analysis, so you understand what can be Bitcoin trying to do this week. What are the regions where you look for maximum opportunities? Because I think we will get multi-$1,000 move. Oh, we already got like first one, and I think out of the elections, if it's going to be very clear win for one of the candidates, I think we will get bigger move to the upside, and maybe on Harris. I'm not sure. That's what I'm not sure. What is going to be reaction on Bitcoin on Harris? Maybe pullback, but it's gonna be limited. Yes, maybe just swing value pattern of this low, or maybe going for the liquidity. But let's start with technical analysis first. So from our market structure, supply and demand nodes, this was, you know, resisting in these regions. I already went over that in previous videos. Here we were hitting more of a local support, so it was again from AMT and volume. So because another market structure which is pretty key from this range, providing us resistance here. And now market was acting as support here, was still not touched, and then you've got another one out of these lows. I'll be doing some clearing of here because some of them are already traded and they don't need to be on the chart. Overall, for pullbacks, this is still going to be your major box from supply and demand market structures. You will be looking for swing failure pattern out of this low and liquidity grab for the finding stability here and push to the upside. That's going to be for the downside, and for the upside this is still very, very key resistance. Yes, from 71,000 to 71,669. You see how market was first. We arrived here, small range, push over this region, range at the top, acting as a support. Very nice, boom, lost, retest, reaction. That's how his textbook reaction. That's how textbook market structure area looks like. Yeah, he's giving you this bias, he's giving you this nice rejection. So still major resistance locally, this main area here. These are more local ones. So from AMT, so let's have a look what market is trying to do from AMT and why I actually took nice profit here. So for me, the market already, like, imagine news events. News events are like accelerators of time. They push assets where they want to ultimately go. So where was Bitcoin trying to go anyway? Once we stopped out the weekend longs, was to stop out weekend shorts. Yes. So is it not happening every single week? Let's turn on the days. Where are days? So here are the days. So here is our weekend. We know we will have people stop losses below weekend lows, and we will have people stop losses and liquidations above how they were shorting. So this is the true Bitcoin, right? So it's gonna take out weekend longs and weekend shorts, and everybody is happy now. Everybody from weekend is wrecked, as most of the time, and we are just building new price action and volume. Very, very, very classic. So for me, as I knew, we will be finding stability very likely from medium time frame area here. My goal was to go beyond weekend shorters. So this is also Monday and Sunday combined a bit. And then the main pain of course target for you is gonna be the weekend liquidity on the short side. So move up here, not a surprise. Now when we turn on AMT, it's gonna make even more sense. So our support's holding over here, small front run of the 2 weeks val, but it's perfect because we've got this high volume node. We know why. So then you start pushing. So when you are taking long here, you are looking for encouraging green signs. Your green light was here, acceptance back into the local range. Yes, so that happened. We were holding retests. You push to the upside, look at that, market tries to, get a pullback from, from profit takers. But you see what is happening. You are holding main point of control even above as a support. So you are not losing it. If you would be losing it, of course, you open the road for another rotation. So market is bullish here still. And you're also start to trade above 2 weeks VAG again. So very, very bullish from AMT. So when you start pushing outside of this range, what other range you are watching for as targets? We already traded point of control of the older range. And Val was also traded. So your next naked AMT target is gonna be VAG of this range here, and also liquidity of the weekend people. And look at that, a lot of taking profit. People, market is multi-billion entity. How many billions we trade? But so many people are thinking the same as me, taking profit here. Maybe some of them even short. They hedge their longs if they are missing long shorts from higher. So profit taking here was very, very strategical, because you can also see how the first big pullback to the downside happened. Yeah, very fast rejection. So definitely take profit there. If you start going beyond these highs and you feel swing failure pattern, you have very limited resistance in this push. You will be aiming for trap traders at these highs. I think we have some, and which can prevent taking out the high, and then you will be looking for swing failure pattern of this high for AMT, and then proper AMT resistance. This is now limbo area where you don't have any range. It's gonna be this 2-day range at the top where we can do nice rotation, go beyond, and then we open road for all-time highs. There is very limited resistance for Bitcoin currently when we get big momentum pushing to the upside. To the downside, so when we lose this box again, I think we will be opening road for liquidity grab of these lows, 1, 2, 3, even 4. We have so many lows close together. You can see how they are curved. Yes, they are curving, which means if people start to be stopped out and liquidated below this low, they can easily cascade into this low. So these two lows are pretty much super easy to be taken, and then they can actually fall even into these regions. So once you clear everybody here, it's gonna be decision point. Will you do swing failure pattern from here or no? If you don't, you still have support from, we spend very significant amount of time here in 61,000 range. So you will be looking for VAGs. You have double VAG confluence. In terms of local, you see there is not much support here. This is problem I see. So this locally is push with very little structural supports from volume. So I think Bitcoin will be finding more supports in the 4 weeks point of control, like in this whole box here. I think I have trade area there. Do I have that? Let me check. Yes, I do have trade area. It's lower below 7 point of control and 4 weeks, because we have low volume nodes here and single print. So it's very likely market will just swoosh to the downside into the trade area and give us nice intraday bounce. So that's my thinking over here. And if you continue losing this, then you have this another trade area in the lower portion of the range. And then look at that, almost no levels on my chart. So very likely big move, fast move over the region. And then I have another trade area in this here. So this is from AMT, high volume nodes. 1 hour time frame. Not that many naked high volume nodes we have on the chart. This one was already traded. We have one at the top, and then multiple of them here. You are watching also this. This is 4 weeks high volume node, but we also have locally low volume node. So very likely it's going to be run, and then you will get decision point for the market. Very likely from 3-day high volume node. AMT from high time frames to our view. So we can see what is Bitcoin trying to do from higher time frames. So also, and this is now how you combine the local to medium to high time frames all together. So the 67,000 region was not only regional support area, but also from high time frames, 4-hour time frame. Do you see what we have here? Look at that. This is 8-month high volume node. If you want to stay max bullish in the high time frames, you will be finding support here. You will not let market do lower lows and lower highs and change market structure. So we open road for deeper pullback. Bulls defending here were pretty much expected. That's why I also outlined this area with such high confidence in our trading group. Is gonna be defended on at least on a first touch. That's all you need. You need to get these first touches so you get risk free. You've got that fat juicy take profit one. Look at that high volume node, yes? It's actually second strongest high volume node in our 8-month range. So price finding stability here for me was not a surprise. Look at that. So we are now like creating range in between them, yeah? That's what they serve for. These multi-time frame, multi-month high volume nodes are creating local ranges, yes? Where a lot of volume is transacted. Just from high volume node perspective, I don't want to see this lost. If you lost it, you literally open road for another area to create new range here. You also have not only 8-month high volume nodes, but also more local ones from this 2-month range. Let me turn back the main view. And you can also see this market is still paying attention to this range. Soon I will be deleting this, but until market reacts to it, I'm happy to use it because market was spending pretty limited amount of time, so I need this range here. You can see even today's rotation was right into the 1-month VAH out of 1-month VAL. So AMT is absolutely final boss of technical analysis. So while this area is holding is beautiful, then we have the, look at that, not much volume, so it's pretty likely market will again, just from these higher time frames, will go for these lows and perhaps do swing failure pattern, start building some volumes here, and then it's gonna be decision point. The main thing we don't want to see for deeper pullbacks is going to be acceptance below 63,000 because you see we have the 2-month range here, so if we start rotating this range, you know, then we will be expecting lower prices to come. And then we will be watching 60,800, very big level now. Is naked 2-month POC, it's secondary, and then you have also the main one. It was traded already once over here, so it's but it's main one, so you still watch it. It can prevent market taking swing failure, or it's gonna be swing failure pattern. Then you push, you bounce from it and then you push. So this is, you lose this low, for example, at 59,000 and you open road for 56. That's how you use it for swing trades, this AMT. Anchor VWAPs locally. I think it's very simple. Yes, 50-minute time frames you see. So the more locally in this impulse, these are the two most important anchor VWAPs for you. So one is measuring full impulse to the upside. If you want bulls taking control and pushing back into the highs, you need to reclaim this anchor VWAP. And same, we are measuring now downtrend anchor VWAP from 73,500, boom down. That's another reason why you are seeing a lot of chop here, a lot of people taking profit here. Look at that. So this market was battling here heavily, not only because of the AMT targets were hit, but also anchor VWAPs still resisting. Also, to measure your local uptrend, now you will be watching this uptrend anchor VWAP, and we can make pretty precise anchor. So market trying to defend on the first touch, but again, it's election today, so anything can happen. We can do this, we can do this. So I gave traders very simple advice: do not marry a position next 48 hours. Just take nice profits and let market do its job. You don't need to be chopped. It's just super likely your entry, whatever you took past few days since 31st of October, like in this box, is very likely you will be facing round trip. Yeah, so market is very likely revisit your entry, no matter how good it is. So just play this safe. What else we can have a look for? Symmetry targets. Yes, we also, like, one of the reasons why we pushed here, and this is what I love on trading, I don't want to only see the the confluence from buyers perspective. I also want to see there is reason for bounce from the shorts perspective. This was the first push to the downside from highs, first pullback. You are now taking out this low. We are changing local market structure into downtrend, but you are doing one-to-one extension of the first move, and the target was here. Oh, I think it was hit to the dollars, just front run few dollars was hit. So shorts in this local downtrend hit symmetrical target. That's why you also see the bounce. Shorts are helping you longs. Beautiful. And we know, I was showing you in previous video, we still have this major pull here. you know, first impulse up, pull back up to the upside. So you are doing one-to-one extension of the impulse from 52, and again you hit it. So pullback here was not a surprise from the longs taking profit as well. From balance zones, we are doing just this local one. We don't need to go over that. Local fips to watch. Impulse, high time frame. You can mark these levels. VWAP closes. I think yesterday we closed. Yeah, so push to the upside was also, market was hunting to close inefficiency from VWAPs. Weekly one was closed today. Another reason why we are doing pullback. There is nothing up there. So drop traders, we still watch. So this one gave us beautiful trade. This was the more of an area rejection, and to the downside when we, so this is the thing, right? So, you know, if you don't do swing failure pattern from these lows, you will be putting in danger. We've got massive amount of people longing here, a few thousand bitcoins on Bitcoin, beyond Binance and Bybit. So it's very likely market will just go beyond their entries, will go for the stop losses, will crush them. But you also are aware you've got trap shorts below them, so maybe you will find support directly from here when you take out this low. So you need to be aware of that. How is the daily time frame looking? We have naked daily here, but it was front run, so it's not that strong. Weekly time frame. Probably not many weeklies. Yeah. What we want from weekly time frame is now not doing such a big wicks, but we need close above 79,681. We need really good close, and then we will open roll for all-time high attack. Very simple what you want from market. And monthly time frame. I think we recently closed monthly, so let me check how it's looking. I think it's gonna looking, oh yeah, it's looking still very healthy. And again, from monthly time frame, in order for validation of the strong uptrend structure, you need close above 71,400. Yeah, we really need that because we've got so many rejections in the past. We just need body into it, and then we open the node for all-time high pushing. And yes, from previous bull market, these monthlies are still acting as a nice support. Of course you cannot trade this, yeah, like you take long here because the wicks are so huge, but for me it's most important thing here is we never had close below these monthlies with the body, so always we pushed back into the zone. That was the most important takeaway from here. 1 hour time frame. Let's have a look how many naked box we've got. I think we don't have many. Market was extremely efficient past few weeks, so we don't have that many. Naked box. Yeah, here we are. Weekly one was traded already. Not much reaction, but we know why. I gave you many reasons why market will be pushing here, especially if you've created, then you know you have shorts from weekend here, so it's very unlikely. Maybe you've got 1 minute reaction. Oh, let me check. Yeah, there was like quick scalp, but that's it, you know. 0.37, that's nothing, you know, that's not much. So I can actually delete this one from my chart. No needed, not needed. Composite. Let me check down. So yeah, these are the this is the naked pog you watch to the upside. To the downside we have of course more. And composite naked box. Again, one of to the upside and two below. All-time high key level, still doing his job. Like this. So you see, all you need from Bitcoin from this all-time high key level is just spend time above it. The more time you spend above it, the more you put in danger all-time highs. Same like here. Clear. Now we've got the expected rejection. Was expecting, now we've got clear reclaim, boom, and we failed to stop here on the market. Was trying to fight to defend here, but we failed. Now it was getting rejected. Now we are trying to be, it's now battle here, so I cannot already assess it, but you know, once we start moving away from it to the downside, to the upside, it's going to be more visible. Key levels from swing failure patterns, we already took this, we can delete. So you know where is the future pain point for the Bitcoin. It's very, very simple. Once you go into these regions, all these laws are waiting to be taken and fixed and replaced with much better law. And this one happened with very high volume. So this one is this one for me is the most important when if Bitcoin goes down to be taken out. Yes, so you destroy as many people as possible. To the upside, just few highs are waiting above. Not that important. Liquidity. 2 hours. All these nodes were taken out. I can delete them actually here, so they are not haunting my chart. All the liquidity taken in terms of locally, but you still have this major liquidity node from all-time high swing failure pattern and then high time frame liquidity. That's what you watch. And below us, we just use locally. We use the tool Tradingdifferent. I will go over that tool soon. Market structure long term. So another like bonus confluence for you today, and was the market structure from previous bull market still acting as a nice support. You want to really create support here to attack the all-time highs. That's the main mission of the market. That's how we actually did it in the past as well. So very simple. Macro extension still waiting target. I think I went over the macro analysis in a previous video. Like not much really changed there, so I don't want to repeat myself. We still got this channel, but I don't watch geometry much. At least we are not getting acceptance into it, but this is not important for me. Macro looking good. How much is the symmetry? You remember my post from previous video? I'm sure you will. I told you always watch what is the symmetry of Bitcoin, how much is Bitcoin moving, and you see how it plays out in the end. Most of the time when you did over 25% push to the upside on Bitcoin, it was time to look for take profits and to stay in the swing or head short. And right now the pullback is it's not so symmetrical, but is getting close into our previous pullback of 11%, so almost 10%. That's juicy. That's institutional multiplier. Each time Bitcoin moves 10%, some people are looking to fill their pockets with cheap Bitcoin. So you, with 10% pullbacks, you also get help from these spot markets. Yeah, just buying the dip. Let me push this to the downside, send the backward, send to back like this. Okay, so we discussed some scenarios from technical analysis. Now we can have a look on Orderflow. We can start with the Exocharts. By the way, I was sleeping during the main moves to the upside today. I'll be just doing my general because it's also like I'm building context for myself. From open interest perspective, I mean, I told traders I expect the open interest to continue to decreasing into the elections. We've got some nice build up here. Right now the push is, we are still seeing open interest decreases. I don't think that many people will be taking now new positions. People already just play with existing positions, and open interest decreasing is confirming that. There was also some interesting price action here. We've got a lot of big longs here and shorts on inverse. In the end, they got destroyed, they closed, but the market was continuing push on inverse closing. So shorts were covering, and also new demand was coming from the long side. You also see like a lot of people are long in this region, and you see how this pullback here already took, like, was pretty big drop to the open interest. So pullback here took a lot of people out from this uptrend, from the open interest increasing. Even before more lows were taken, they already were stopped out. Let me check Exocharts, how it's looking from some of our templates. I will already refresh it. So this is still point of control to watch above us. And below us, you see, we don't have many. Market was very efficient. We've got just much older ones like this one. So you will not get much help from the pullback from POX. Relative volume spikes. Yeah. You see a lot of people were actually longing today into the highs, into the where you actually look for shorts and you are taking profit on your. This was too late, for retail, just longing here, and immediately when you do pullback, you are destroying these people down with this net longs closing. Look at that volume, by the way. This is crazy volume. 1.2 billion and 260 million negative delta. Very similar symmetry actually to pushing of this candle here, 1.27. You see how market operates with similar money in the system. So many people are trying, like volume symmetries happening every day, and we need to watch these relative volume thresholds. How was the Bybit? On Bybit we are seeing even more large traders often than on Binance. No, actually Bybit is just closing positions. They are smarter today. Way smarter. And Bybit didn't catch the dip, by the way. They were longing here. Of course, this was valid swing failure pattern. They were longing prematurely until we hit the proper support, and they started longing here as well. But you see this pullback take them out. Big open interest decrease with longs. So these people are now out. Very likely locally, Bybit traders are just out. Let me check the Exocharts desktop template. In normal situations, I would say you watch the New York point of controls. We always pay attention to them. Look at the volume, yeah? So you see how different it is, yeah? Massive volumes traded during New York. Of course, this is not a surprise for us. You can keep an eye on TPOC, but these elections, so this can be thrown out of the window. You just need to look for higher time frame moves. So this is not so important for us, this template. This was massive. This was beautiful move, stopping everybody out before locally, at least locally from this push before elections. Delta template, deviations pretty decent today. From weekly perspective and supports, we already traded this one, so this is already traded. And you see, from weekly perspective, not much support here. You will be watching this point of control. We can then also do some merging here. 4 of them, yes, like this. You still got them here. They are not naked, but it's okay. 63,340 down to 63,300. Monthly time frame. Yes, monthly was also traded here into our support area. I think it was merged together, right? I know it's just monthly. So yeah, also, so you've got a lot of confluence here. So not only you traded the weekly support, but also monthly. So all time frame traders were ready to buy the dip here. That's why you are getting such an easy reaction to the upside. When like whole charts align, when all time frames align, that's really great. I love it. Let's have a look on liquidity. I think it's very likely after elections there will be liquidity taken from much distant zones. Below us, you are watching. Oh yeah, this is the liquidity buildup from all these lows. So you are watching area from 65,230 down to 64,400. This is like big pain point to the downside. And to the upside, we are already eating weekends shorts liquidity. The node is pretty wide. Then you have very specific liquidity for swing failure pattern up to, you want to do swing failure pattern of this high from up to 72k and then reverse. And above us, of course, this is now liquidity buildup for the all-time highs as well. And if you want all-time highs liquidity, you just need a higher time frame perspective view. Let's have a look on order books. Where are the major supply nodes? They usually stop the price during major moves out of the news events like elections. Just need to know where market is. I can also already see like the leverage when I go to Tradinglite. I mean, pretty empty order books, by the way. I don't think many people are leaving limit orders in the books. They are just in fear how this election happen, and that's guaranteeing you the volatility to the upside and to the downside. You don't see, you see like we have some clusters, but it's nothing like super exciting. Like it's very spreaded. How is the spot market looking? That's also another reason why Bitcoin is nicely pushing to the upside, because you are getting help from spot market buyers. That's always what you want to see. Like you don't want to see empty area when you're pushing, but all these walls like here, they are giving confidence, and as you know, for people to play continuation longs. So we can return back into, so we can have a look on Okotoki. How is the distribution? So to the upside, 73,000 is still protected, especially on Binance, over 500 on the spot market. Huge walls are at 71,400 up to 72,500. I mean, 72 is like single ones, yes, over 1k on Binance perpetuals. And more beyond to the upside, 75,000 is heavily protected. It's very likely it's gonna be like when we bridge all-time high, there should be some pause from market at 75,000. 80,000 also heavily defended. These are like big nodes. And buying supports to the downside, 67,100 on perpetuals. And then you've got some spreaded beats. Then 66,000 medium time frame support, and then you have like, yeah, every 500 this one also decent. 300 Bitcoin spot wall, 275. Okay. But you see, like perpetuals are not like super thick. They usually are, but not this time. They just people pulled these walls. So it keeps decreasing. Not a surprise for us. We can have a look on TRDR as well on most of the templates. And I think this is going to be it for the video. I can also show you, oh yeah, this I can mention as well. So of course you are never trading Bitcoin alone, like just one chart of Bitcoin. You just need this infrastructure so you understand what is happening. Market is giving, it's hard to tell like market what is market pricing in. In general, I would say ES1 bounds also with the same reason as Bitcoin, because ES1 was dropping so much past few days. There is just profit taking on the table ahead of the election. So shorts made a lot of profit and they are risking. They will not risk in market in case pushing to the upside on Harris win, because the general expectation is if Harris wins, it's going to be positive for equities as well. Also on Trump win, because administration of Biden was not so strong, but the stock market was doing well and economy was doing well, survived all the problems. So yeah, market are forward looking, they are playing the same card. So today push on Bitcoin is not only technical based on Bitcoin technicals, I was showing you all video, but also equities were started pushing on cash open, like boom to the upside, yeah. So they were pushing Bitcoin and dragging it to the upside. ES1, Nasdaq, you've got dollar index down, yields are going sideways, gold is going up a bit. So all the conditions were really great for Bitcoin to pump on cash open. So simple. Let me check the dominance chart. Bitcoin dominance is currently at 60%. That's really crazy. I think this is destroying people's narrative. Even I got affected because I made really good money in the 2023 on altcoins, but I was telling traders and myself to take profit. So I took profits on these good gains of these multi-X gains, because in the end, when Bitcoin went for 49k pullback, most of those alts gave up most of their gains since 2023. So you need to be careful, and if you want to play crypto with more leverage and you still want to hodl, you have MicroStrategy stock, you have Coinbase, you have multiple vehicles how you can do that. You don't need to hold some shitty altcoins which has inflationary token. My only thing I hold is Solana, and Ethereum besides Bitcoin. I don't need other things. Also non-financial advice, just education and entertainment. So you can see this cycle since since long time. This cycle is cycle to the quality. This cycle to the quality. Bitcoin dominance going up. The white line are the others. So this is the altcoins. Look how heavily down they are going against Bitcoin. By the way, in the cycles is always like that. Maybe we will repeat it later. So Bitcoin pushes to all-time high, beyond all-time high, 80k taken, 100k. People make a lot of money on Bitcoin, then they moved into altcoins. Like we've got these cycles all the time, so probably could be same scenario playing out. Total 3, so the yellow one is total 3 market cap. I think is, yes, so let me check. So it's excluding by Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah. So others, yeah. So I think these are top 10, but they are not. Bitcoin is not there, and also the Ethereum, and it's showing you Solana is pushing market by Binance Coin as well, BNB. So they are doing much better than like small altcoins, which are bleeding down compared to Bitcoin. And look at Ethereum. So we have also the Ethereum BTC compared to this one, the blue one. Ethereum is continually getting murdered. I'm so happy. Yes, I hodled some Ethereum, but it's not like such big size as Bitcoin, of course. So the main down performer in my crypto portfolio is Ethereum. But I also moved 25% of Ethereum into Solana. So this is still Solana cycle, and I think Solana will... When I was watching data, the VC venture capital funds are buying Solana and Bitcoin. So of course I go with them. I am not going to fight them. And those are the best performing assets anyway in the top 10. So final analysis with the TRDR, and then I'm gonna wait for the elections outcome. How are the order books? Oh yeah, so order books doing what they are the best. So at our lows, we also are getting support from the buy side in the order books, and now up here we are getting resistance as well, double band. So yes, just from order books, if you are taking longs here, you are taking nice take profit one here on the intraday trade, because you see there is a lot of resistance. Same like here, same like this high. First time after a long time actually spot, since this highs spot, order books went negative over here, and also aggregated. Yes, spot on the aggregation and also the Binance, Coinbase together, and even the aggregated order books from with perpetuals inside are also getting negative. Oh yeah, because they added so many orders. I see. 73k still heavily defended. I mean, yeah guys, this was the easiest short for me for a long time. You can lose some money. Sometimes you lose money in the uptrends or whatever. Yeah, but sometimes you get those super easy trades which will compensate everything you need. And shorting these spot walls was super easy. Like so many times we added. It was the biggest winning short of the month. Same like the pump was biggest winning trade on the long side. This was the biggest winning trade on the short side. So fantastic. So still a big resistance. In case Bitcoin pumps on Trump, we still will have a big walls at 73,000 awaiting us. Major resistance waiting there. And you see, so 73,000, right? And this is it Okotoki showing it or no? 73. Oh yeah, it's showing. Yep. It's like very spread. Let's continue with TRDR. So we go for this. So we've got 700 into the lows and push to the upside, again symmetrical over 500. So yeah, it's just going in the range, nothing special. Nice liquidations, both directions. Aggregated OI falling down. If you remember in my previous video, I told you I'm betting we will destroy this open interest build-up into the elections. Why would someone, like so many people went crazy betting here, and we destroyed 80% of them. So yeah, 80% of the open interest was destroyed, as I said. Again, classic. How is the CVD looking? So who is pushing market today? Nice push today from the Binance and Coinbase. I like to see them going together because they are affecting market. You see when they are downtrending, we are continuing downtrending, like here, all these pushes down, here. But when they change market structure, they start pushing together. They are the most powerful entities in the market. Always pay attention to them. You can watch others, but yeah. Intraday template. So you see how when we arrive into these regions, we've got the medium time frame support both from futures, so from perpetuals, and also spot market. And now we are like locally putting some pressure on most of the thresholds. Funding rate is actually going down. People trying short as we are pushing up is very healthy. Very healthy. All this push to the upside into the all-time highs was done heavily from spot markets. Extremely happy. Bitcoin is looking very healthy. There is very little leverage in the system currently. Everything is in line. I like it. Top orders. Main support areas still over here for us. On elections, you will watch these areas first, and resistance still 73,000, both spot market and perpetuals. This is Binance, and Bitcoin is roaming freely in this low. Like we don't have such a big clusters in the order books. Very simple. Okay, traders. So I think that's it from me. One more thing. So trade area I was showing you. To the downside, these are the trade areas I watched to the downside. I already explained why. So 1, 2, 3. And above us, I have only one trade area. Well, I would like to take some nice day trade short, but it's going to be more dangerous if Bitcoin pushes to the all-time highs than falling for the pullback, because both election outcomes are, one of them is weaker for Bitcoin, but it's still positive in the long term. So yeah, to pushing Bitcoin, I will very likely just add too long, and I will just wait for market to show me clear order flow signs to take the trade. But this is trade area above us, which is like the best reward ratio for you to take the trade. If you start going beyond this area, you know what's gonna happen. Major swing failure pattern of all-time high very likely, or we just push beyond. I will watch for major swing failure pattern, of course, of all-time highs, and if you fail, then we have 75,000 and then 80,000 levels. I will keep you informed. Thank you for watching, traders. Good luck trading elections. Remember, you don't need to trade elections. It can be up and downs. If you catch really good trade, just take profit 1 or take profit 2. Just be risk-free. Don't over leverage, because you will have a lot of market participants, closing positions, rebalancing books. You don't need to really be part of it. So even if you don't trade the next 48 hours, world is not gonna end. Thanks for watching, traders. If you like what you see, join the group. I'm already offering traders some Black Friday discount deals. There will be announcements from 15th of November. Also, the biggest update of the group is coming in I think 10 days in terms of educational content. So you have a lot of things going in our group. Thanks for watching, and bye.